Stacey Ann Gooden over in the Weather Center now. And Stacey Ann, the storm has proven deadly, it's proven dangerous, and it could be disastrous in terms of cleanup here over the next couple of weeks.
Absolutely. This is just like epic proportions that we're talking about. And we've known that this was going to be a historic storm, but the fact that it's actually come to fruition, well, it's definitely confirmed just what we thought was just going to be the worst. And viewers have been sending in their pictures. Thank you so much for sending in your pictures, and I hope you're doing it safely. Across Brooklyn, the devastation, as you can see. Renee sent in this picture. This is a garage out in Brooklyn, and if you look closely, you can see there's a hanging wall. So all the cars here are completely exposed. And look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4 levels up. So just to give you an idea of what we're looking at. John D., he sent this photo along with a little note hoping that his family is okay. He hadn't been able to contact them as of earlier today. Hopefully he did make contact with his brother. John, I hope you're doing okay. And as you can see, we have this house, or part of a home, that is actually uprooted, lifted from its foundation into the streets. That's completely blocking the street out in Gerritsen Beach. Just to give you an idea of how severe this storm has become and the aftermath of what we're dealing with. Taking a look now, this is also a record-breaking storm. Pressure recorded at 940 millibars. I know this means absolutely nothing to you, but just to give you an idea, normally we should be at 1,013. That's on a usual day where there's beautiful sunshine and just stable conditions. Sandy, 940. So the lower this number is the more strength the storm has. Last record set by Donna back in 1960 at 957. We'll have more numbers and more flood totals for you because we are breaking some records there as well. That's coming up in 9, Rich.
Standing by. Stacey, and I know you've been getting so many pictures of things like downed trees and flooding, but you think about those kind of visuals inside people's houses as well.
Absolutely, and I'll make a good guess here that I think they're going to retire this storm. And whenever you have storms like this, these hurricanes that cause these extensive damages, they do retire the name. So Sandy definitely going down in the history books. We did bring you the numbers, the latest numbers as far as those record flood levels, and of course pictures. Just as you can see, lots of damage around the area. This picture sent to us by Jeremy out in Mill Basin. You can see, look at that, the foundation completely obliterated. This house lifted off of its foundation out in Mill Basin. So this is just an idea, an example of what folks out in Brooklyn, in fact all over the tri-state, up and down the East Coast, have been dealing with in terms of what Sandy has brought us. So that's not all. South Shore High School, and now there's a reason why there is no school here. You can see this picture sent in by Avery Lee. At least some folks are there having fun. This guy doing a pose, striking a pose for the cameras there, but this tree completely down. And of course, this is just a couple of examples of just the devastation across the area. And look how massive this storm is. Now it's expanding even further, well in toward Canada, further down in toward the Carolinas. You can even see some of the satellite stretching as far back as Atlanta. So definitely wreaking havoc across the area. You can see the white, that's indicative of a snowfall across Western Virginia and the Appalachian Mountains. We were getting reports of 2 to 3 feet of snow, and that was earlier today, and I'm sure that has risen even more in terms of the snowfall totals. And then we are also seeing that wintry mix across central Pennsylvania. So the outer bands now affecting much of West Virginia and stretching far east in toward Maine and even north of there, again in toward the Canadian border. Taking a look, just some spotty showers. We're getting the lighter end of the spectrum in terms of rainfall totals, but again, Sandy definitely packing a punch with all the winds. Good thing the wind advisory has been expired, so is the coastal flood warning. We'll have more about what you can expect coming up in 9 minutes. Rich.
All right, thanks, Stacey Ann.